So where's all the high-value men been in your life?
I've had a few high-value men in my life.
So why are you not married? Yes, my name is Mark Cuban, aka Mr. Cancelled. I'm 33 years old, I'm Nigerian, and I'm an engineer.
Hi, my name's Brooke. I'm a legal secretary and I'm also a women's wear designer. I'm half Nigerian and half Burundian.
Strange. Dating in this modern age is strange. It's complicated. It's happening for all the wrong reasons. And it's leading into marriages that are lasting quicker than a 1 minute round in sex.
In a life partner, I'll be looking for a man of integrity, a man who is true to himself and to myself. Because of the fact that I have a son, he'd have to take my son under his wing and it would have to be a good man.
Why am I single? Let's just say I was a bad boy once upon a time. I didn't really know what I wanted, so it was very difficult to offer an individual the world. I'm now at a place where I've got my shit together, as they say, and I'm hoping that with the right kind of person, we can build if she's not already established. Well, it seems as we're going to be asking questions, I would say it's the honourable thing to do and say it's ladies first.
Okay, so what do you think are the main challenges of being a black woman?
Are you ready for this response? Can we unpackage the bag together?
I'm ready, go ahead.
Okay, cool. I feel like there is a pressure, there's a severe weight load for a black woman to feel involved in a black man's life. And what I mean by that is, you know, most black women, or there's a perception that black women are angry. They have a chip on their shoulder, you know, and they're not understanding. They're very competitive. All these negative narratives are put across. And then as black men, we see this or we hear of this and it already kind of formulates or creates a barrier in our minds. So as a woman, you know, when you hear these kind of things, how do you feel?
How do I feel?
Yeah,
personally?
how do you feel? Like, do you see this as a challenge? Or
me personally, no, because I don't know, I feel like I live in my own bubble. I feel as though outside criticisms don't really faze me because I'm not who they're describing, sorry. So it's almost like, you know, when, let's say, for example, let's say a white man.
Caucasian.
Yeah, a Caucasian man was to write an article and say, you know, black women are the most undesirable type of women.
Wait.
Hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
Are the most undesirable type of women to, you know, grace the planet. And if I'm not interested in said white man, it wouldn't offend me because it just doesn't interest me. So that's the reason why I say there's just certain things or, you know, certain stereotypes that, you know, may be perpetuated. But if I don't fall under that category, I'd never be offended by it because it's just not me. It's just not my reality.
But doesn't that alone offend you? That's
no,
so offensive.
But I just feel like, you know, in this day and age, a lot of people find, you know, reasons to be offended, and I'm not really one of those people.
Fair enough.
I don't really choose to live my life being offended by every and anything, because if that is the case, then I would be offended by every and anything. So
would you say that you fight for your own personal cause or the cause of your people? Because such a statement is infuriating and so degrading. For me personally speaking, I am a son, you know what I'm saying, and a potential husband or potential whatever. And for me to hear that black women are looked at as undesirable,
This was an example, by the way.
No, but I have, what you're touching on has been said before. I have heard that. And I think that alone, for me, that would anger me, you know.
But you know the reason why it should never anger you? Because you know it's not true. So there's just certain things that, you know, there's certain causes that are worth fighting for, but then there's certain causes that you shouldn't even bat an eyelid to.
So would you say that this is is this more a case of you're so in check of yourself that these things don't matter?
I think so, yeah.
Or is you just choose to ignore?
No, not choosing to ignore. I just know myself and who I am as a person. So there's just certain things that it doesn't matter what anyone says. You can't throw me off my throne.
So you're not bothered about the narratives and the social prejudice that are put out there?
No, I'm not really bothered. I'm not really, you know, I just feel as though sometimes if you know that there's a certain stereotype, it's just for us as a people to not play into it.
It's easier said than done.
No, not really. And I also feel as though, you know, there are stereotypes that exist within other, you know, ethnic minorities or, you know, ethnic groups. And it's not just us that faces, you know, the brunt of a lot of stuff.
So as a black man, how could I support that? Because as much as you know, from what you said, you know, you're very strong to the cause and you have that self-belief and you don't even feed that negative narrative.
You can't afford to feed it. I feel like that's what keeps on bringing us back. The fact that we keep.
So do you think it's a distraction?
I wouldn't say it's a distraction, but I wouldn't say that it's something, we just need to continue to be great because we as a people are great. So that's what I think we should focus more on, being great.
So you are more in belief about being with someone who has them same core values, or who doesn't question it, or who doesn't challenge it, just supports. Because it kind of sounds like, okay, as much as I respect and I agree with everything you're saying, but as a man that comes into your life, wouldn't you want him to be a protector, to kind of protect you from that kind of narrative and to, I don't know, present you differently?
My man will always protect me. I don't feel as though I'd ever be with a man who I didn't see protecting me. But again, I feel like there's just certain things. If my man values me and loves me, and he sees me as being this, you know, beautiful black woman, then he wouldn't worry about anything else. He wouldn't, you know, he would know that, you know, let's say, you know, the example that I used earlier about black women, you know, not being desirable. He'll know that that was a lie, because that would be the fact that he chose me would show that that was a lie.
That's true. That's strong. That's very, very strong.
I would say other people describe me as being very laid back character. I'm very outgoing as well, if you know me. If you don't know me, I think you'd probably just see me as a recluse. I'm a very happy person as well, and I laugh a lot. Okay, so if your partner ticked all your boxes but you found that they had a one-night stand, would you leave?
I think that needs to be a bit more tailored.
Yeah, no, it's very much tailored to you. If your partner ticked all your boxes, but you found out that she had a one-night stand, would you leave?
Sorry, I'm fighting with myself right now. You see, with me, I'm very creative, I'm visual. So I think of things in a visual concept. So it sounds really immature. Like, you know, as much as I want to pretend and say, no, this is new times, you know, whatever you've done before. But my mind starts thinking about when you was getting your back blown.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And who was the guy? You don't know the guy, but he's doing the whole madness with you. Then I'm supposed to...
Oh, so does it make a difference if she did know the guy?
No. I think I'm very sensitive as a man myself. I'm very sensitive, so I don't want to envision my woman having any form of sexual intercourse or anything with another man, regardless if it be an ex-partner, someone she met at the chip shop, whatever, I'm quite, not a jealous person, but I'm quite...
Jealous.
That's not the word. Protective.
Possessive.
No, that's not the word. I'm that bulldog who sniffs the corner, and if someone else has pissed there, I want to know why they've pissed there. Do you understand? I don't want nobody, like, you're my woman. You're not my possession. And I kind of don't want to know things like that.
But then wouldn't you feel as though the fact that you wouldn't want to be with her after knowing that is quite...
I don't think I could. I think it's the pleasantries. I mean, look, if I'm attracted to a woman, it's the way she handles herself that will make me decide on how I want to deal with her. Mm-hmm. She's just getting her back blown out just because of a one night stand. She doesn't hold herself high. Why would you do that?
Why would sex determine whether a woman holds herself high?
Because sex is a sacred thing, right? So if you're giving it out for free, you want to bring your energy.
So should she have done it at a price? Would you expect her?
No, but at least there's compensation.
So you would prefer that she got something monetary out of it?
No, I don't. I'd rather she didn't open her legs. I'd rather she kept it. I said, no, sorry, I've got a man at home, and just kept it moving. Or she said, no, you're not my type. But if I found out it depends on the scenario. Like, it's a dangerous question, first and foremost. It's dangerous. Because you want me to respect someone who's had a one night stand.
So let me ask, have you never had a one night stand before?
Never in my life.
Okay, and let's say you were to have a one night stand.
It wouldn't happen.
Hold on, let me finish. Mm-hmm. Let's say you were to have a one night stand with someone and you found that the chemistry was really, really good. Because I feel as though people kind of downplay chemistry. You could meet someone today and her chemistry just might be like someone you've never met before.
Let me flip the question on you. Mm-hmm. You know, to have sex with someone, it has to be a form of comfortability. You have to be comfortable.
Not everyone.
So that means you don't understand what sex is really for then?
No.
That means you just take down your trousers, let someone be staring at your bum hole and just... and they just do what they want to do. Do you know how it means for a woman to pull down her trousers?
So let me ask.
Or a man to be just...
You've never had, girls who you just link, for example.
Say again?
You never had girls who you just look at as a link, who you just have casual sex with from time to time?
Yeah, but even still, I'm funny.
No, but I'm asking, have you or have you not?
Have I what?
Have you had links, casual links, who you have casual sex
I've had, but there's still some form of respect.
No, but respect wasn't the thing that I said. You said that
I've never in my life met a girl on just that day. I've met a girl in the club and I've opened her bum. It's never happened.
Why are you using that term, open her bum?
Because it's how I am. That's how I express things. You say have sex, I say open bum.
Okay. All right, let's move on swiftly.
In my lifetime partner that I choose to be my wife, not girlfriend, I really value the importance of loyalty and patience. What is your definition of a high-value man?
My definition of a high-valued man would be a man of value who has integrity. I don't feel like it's a question of whether he's poor or rich. I don't think money has anything to do with it. I know a lot of people seem to think that high-valued men have money. It's a man with money. But a man who is of high value could lose it all tomorrow. But the fact that he has the ambition to kind of go and get it back, that's what would make a man, to me, a high-valued man. So, yeah.
So where's all the high-valued men been in your life?
I've had a few high-value men in my life.
So why are you not married?
I would say that the main experience that shaped my perspective on relationships was probably being cheated on. And I say that because it was by somebody who I felt was my best friend. And it just kind of happening whilst, with me being pregnant as well. It kind of turned things, all the way around for me. Because there's circumstances that I've gone through where I haven't been very trusting of men. And so I've let a few slip by. But I definitely have had a few. My a good share actually of high valued men in my life.
So what's more important to you, the end goal or the transition?
What do you mean? Elaborate.
So someone who's going for it, who's identified their mistakes and now is on the set course to redemption, or someone who's, you know, at that end and is just ready for the marriage. What do you prefer?
Say that again.
So you got, I think, obviously you got two types of situations. You got someone who realizes their potential and is acknowledged their mistakes, right?
Realizes his potential?
Yeah. And is also realized that he's made mistakes, right? That could put him in a negative narrative. Or you've got the complete package, someone at the end procedure who you've not gone through the journey with, but you can see has the end product.
I'm definitely going with the end product. I'm not really for going through struggle love. I want...
Sounds like a hot city girl kind of flex.
Does it? Not to me, it doesn't.
But so have you seen someone that has potential?
No, because I feel that that's where a lot of women go wrong by looking at potential.
But potential...
And also, I definitely feel like when we speak of potential, it's two types of potential. So potential is, you know, because a lot of women fall into this trap of seeing a man for what he is, even though he doesn't see himself for what he is. So is it potential where he wakes up every day to go and do that job, you know, and make something of himself? Or is it she sees potential, but every single day he smokes weed and plays PlayStation?
No. See, that's stagnation. That's stupidity. The kind of potential I'm talking about is, you see, I believe, or my mum used to tell me, a woman is the neck, a man is the head. Wherever the neck goes, the man goes. As a man, me personally speaking, every man needs a woman that's going to help him or accompany him through the journey to making that end result. So that's someone that's living to their end goal through the potential. I'm not talking about someone who doesn't know their worth. That's a whole different cause. That's someone that's lost in the source. I'm talking about someone who just needs a bit of fine tuning. Patience being key word in this element. Or do you want to go to someone at the end who you wasn't with shooting in the gym, so you don't know what makes him tick, but you want to enjoy his money and you want to be that wife? Last relationship ended. I would say a case of bad judgment, my own mistakes, insecurities, and I think the most killer of all relationships, lack of communication.
Okay. Why are situationships trending?
That's a question. I wish that didn't fall on my hands.
Why? How many have you been in since?
I think we've all been in situationships, whether we like to admit it or not.
I said how many?
How many have I been in personally?
Sorry?
How many have I been in personally?
Yeah, personally.
I've probably been in maybe one or two.
Oh, okay. Not that bad. I was expecting more, but...
Expecting more?
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
Because you couldn't answer the question.
Nicely put. Nicely put. I think we're accustomed to situationships because we are not naturally meant to be in one relationship. Monogamy. Everybody bases it on religion. People base it on upbringing. I would like to be married to one woman, but the way the world...
Did he say one woman?
One woman. Sorry, I've had some stuff to drink, so
okay.
That's why I'm taking my time to speak. I'm connecting with my ancestors.
Okay, I think your ancestors were telling you women then.
Yeah. All right, let me just put it like this. Situationships work better because...
Not if they work better. Why are they trending?
Why are they trending? Because we're lost. The meaning of relationships have been lost. They've been tainted. They've been washed out.
Why do you think that is though? I feel as though situationships are trending because of the fact that a lot of people are hurt. A lot of people don't really want to give their hearts out because they don't want to be hurt again. I feel like it's so much more easier where you don't have to commit to someone. As opposed to having to commit to let somebody know who the real you is.
Nothing lasts. In your head right now, because I don't know your name, how many relationships do you know that is actually standing now or based on the real or original purpose?
People that I know in relationships? I know a good few, especially in my family.
Okay, your family. All right, that's fine. But out of that kingdom, how solid is it?
What do you mean? How solid is the relationship?
Can you think of 10 people right now?
But you see, the thing is, and this is where I feel like we go wrong as a people, is the fact that we look at celebrities for things like that. There should be no one that, there should be, all right, so I have a son, right?
Okay,
and
I have a daughter.
I would be very upset if my son was to grow up and tell me that he was looking at Quavo and Saweetie or whatever her name is.
Sweetie.
Yeah, I'd be upset if he told me that those were his role models. And the reason I'd be upset is because in our family, there are great positive role models. So I'd feel like I failed as a parent if, there were outside influences that were, role models to my child.
But you can't put that pressure on yourself.
No. I get it. But I feel as though a lot of people are, give these people, these normal people, too much credit. They give them far too much credit. Like they hold them on a pedestal, forgetting that there are people too who will make mistakes.
True.
Just like the people in our family will make mistakes.
True.
But I genuinely feel as though our family should be, the focal point when we speak of role models, when we speak of people we admire to be or, look up to.
Me, I can only speak for myself. I would love to be married. But when I look at, a lot of things that come with the stress of a relationship, it's very easy to opt out and think, you know what? Let's just have some form of other agreement, get what we both need, and then stick with that. But that always gets messy anyway, because feelings get involved, lines get crossed, and then as a man, you get perceived as a liar, and you create more damage, which is actually quite sad. Situationships are trending at the moment because it suits the purpose. I need to get my dick wet. You need to get whatever you need. Let's stop lying to each other. Situations work better because you don't have to lie. You just have to show a bit of respect. I give you something, you give me something. We cut out all the rest of the lies, the bullshit, and whatever, and we focus on what's our individual needs. What is the biggest misconception of Black culture?
The biggest misconception of Black culture is that Black men are trash.
There's God. I hate that statement, but I'll let you interview.
Yeah, like I said, I look at the Black men in my family first before I look outside.
I just feel like it's just another way to distract us from unnatural cause. I feel like like I remember when I saw this, there was this talk about a group of white girls who spoke so derogatory or so badly about Black men or how we smell and it's quite sad because when we think about it, we don't know our worth to an extent. So when we don't know our worth, we play up to certain narratives. So Black men are trash is only being created by, this is going to sound really, really bad, by a certain individual of women who have been hurt. And as we know, bad news spreads faster than good news.
I also feel that, and I know I may be crucified for this comment that I'm about to make, but I feel as though that whole phrase...
I'll crucify myself if I'll shed a blunt. So.
I feel like that whole phrase is kind of perpetuated by women who don't hold themselves accountable.
Do you know what?
Because...
You're right.
And the reason why I say that is because I feel as though if you allow time and time again somebody to treat you bad, they're going to treat you bad. They're going to treat you like trash. But if you are to put your foot down every single time somebody does treat you like trash, then eventually you start eventually you'll start kind of subconsciously attracting those who are meant for you. So
explain.
So if you find that, or if you find particular men usually don't treat you right, it's because of that energy that you've kind of put out there that allows people to treat you any which way. When you hold yourself in high esteem, there's only certain people that you can allow to be around you. And it's literally as simple as that. I feel as though there's an agenda to put black men down.
I think so.
You know, I feel like that agenda has, I've seen a rise of that agenda quite recently. And it's just not true. Just like it's not true that us black women are angry and we're always upset, we're hostile. All of it it's a fake narrative. And I just feel as though, you know, these are just ways to pit us against each other when really we should, you know, stand together.
It was almost like a distraction from the real truth, which is beauty. And
I feel like it's much more deeper than beauty, but...
No. When I say beauty, I mean beauty is in the sense of our end result. Once we know the truth, there's a beautiful thing behind it. I don't know.
Agreed.
The surface.
Surface level. Agreed.
Yeah. I mean, I can't be one to say that I've been perfect, and I feel like sometimes having that narrative or having that mindset, you know, that black women are angry has been something that's been pumped into the system, and I've clutched onto, because without taking responsibility or taking accountability for my own actions towards a black woman, when she now acts out in, I say, response, I'm just using that shield as, oh, well, she's black and she's angry, so therefore forget what I've done. Now, when I look at it properly, you know, or I've looked at it in something closer to me, especially with the, you know, all black men are trash, it's allowed me to kind of think about it on a different scale. I felt the conversation was of a woman who definitely knows her worth, but I feel like she was slightly guarded. It wasn't giving too much off, you know, and when someone doesn't give too much off, you have to be cautious of that.
So when we were engaging, I think I liked his confidence. He came across very confident. What I didn't like was the fact that he was too talkative. I like quiet confidence.
My decision, based on what I know, she was late, but the conversation was engaging, and I believe that engaging conversations lead to great friendships.
The questions were very thought-provoking and definitely allowed me to kind of see what type of person he was.
You. Wait. It's you. That is crazy.
Can you believe, so long ago, yeah, I don't know if you remember this, I was at a bar, yeah, and I thought my swag was on point that day. You know when you say, man, have to have confidence? I had no confidence. I came up to her, she was chilling at a bar. She's like, yeah, can I buy you drinks? No, I'm good. I said, wow, that was my only chat up line.
He's always had a crush on you, by the way.
I'm not gonna disagree with that. I'm deleting them DMs today.
What DMs? Our DMs?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm just gonna find it and delete it.
Why?
I have to protect myself.
I better do screenshots.
Black men need the protecting. I think if you're talking about certain questions that need to be asked before anything happens, then these are the 21 questions that need to be asked. Kind of like 50 Cent, but yeah, these are the questions that need to be asked in any form of situation. So according to this, is Bob in the UK, debate, date. It's quite true. You need to know who you're investing your time with, what their thoughts are, their processes, and so on. But she says I talk too much, so let me shut my mouth.